Is it Ari short for Ariana? Welcome. Hello. Hi, Young SB. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Share the live so more of your friends will be coming in to join us for today. And we learn more things to strengthen our grammar skills and our vocabulary as well. Hello, RF. Thank you for joining. Hope you stay. Lucy also is inside. Hi, everyone. It's Friday. Thank TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Hi, teacher Mitsuko. Adopt me. Hello. Welcome back. Hey, hey, hey. Hello, Hanson, who just joined. Okay, while waiting for the people to come in, okay, it's 5:30. I hope your Friday went well. I hope Friday was good to you today. And will be good, continue to be good because Friday is not done yet. Hello, Hanson. Okay, while waiting for the people to come, I have a special announcement for all of you. Whether you're a Writers at Work student or not, if you are secondary 3 or 4, you are welcome to join our O-Level Oral Bootcamp for July. We have designed this to give you one final boost of revision before your O-Level oral exams, people. Yeah, hello Dr. Yellow, welcome, thank you for joining. Hello. So we have designed this to give you the opportunity to revise once more and very creatively. Sure, are you Japanese? Hello Dr. Yellow, IMH specialist. I like that it's also there. Yes, my father is a Japanese, therefore the Japanese name. Yes, okay. Hi Alyssa, sorry but I can't attend today. Oh, but thank you for coming in to tell us that you cannot attend. That's very nice of you. Where are you going today, Alyssa, if you don't mind me asking? Thank you for the gift. Hello. Hello, Glower. Now you're friends with Alyssa, huh? Okay, so we have an O-Level Oral Boot Camp that, and interestingly, we're going to be covering commonly tested topics right here. You will see we're going for leisure and entertainment, education, culture and traditions, plus public transport, which are very commonly tested topic for secondary oral. And it's Adopt Me today is primary Adopt Me, but still relevant to secondary students, of course. We are learning P5. Yuki ha, wrong school Yuki. That one for next week one. Today, Rosyth. Okay, now, so I'll talk about the bootcamp later. I even have a QR code for all of you to scan. But of course, if you are interested, please visit our website or check the link in our bio. You can see everything in there. Okay, everyone. Today we are going through this paper. Since some of you are asking already, we are going through this paper. Yeah. Teacher Mitsuko. Yes. Yes, correct. Yes. Today will be interesting. I have a couple of techniques to repeat to further make sure that you remember them. It doesn't go here and just leave there. And, oh, thank you. And we have a few more things, new things that I would like to discuss with you today. So, are we all ready? Hello. Gaspach. For Hannah. Hello, welcome, welcome. Okay, everyone, let us start. Yeah, let us start. Violet just joined. Hello to those of you who just joined. Learn with us today. My primary school. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, let me see then if you can still, go through a paper from your own school. That's perfect. Okay. We're going through booklet A today, but I'm doing some portions of booklet B as well. Most especially the favorite ones of the students, The favorite one is always the comprehension close, yeah? So let us all start with, thank you for sharing the live, Adopt Me. That is so nice of you. Yep. Okay, now let's go through number 1 and let's start off very easy. This one is very easy, straightforward, so I will not accept a wrong answer. I'm kidding. This is a safe space for us to learn, so if you're unsure of your answer, just say it out loud. No judging everyone. We don't judge everyone giving the wrong answers. We are here to learn. Okay, we're here to learn. Okay, number 1, people. Number 1. Hello, A just joined. Vin just joined. welcome, welcome, welcome to all of you. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, number one, let's read it out loud, everyone. Let's read it out loud. Now, while John was playing soccer in the field, someone blanked his bag. What about news? What do you think is the answer in number one? Okay. Oh, Young SP, thank you for sharing the live. Thank you, thank you. All right, I'm waiting for the answers to come in. Let us see. This is obviously testing your skills on tense, yeah? So, what do you think is the answer for number one, people? Let's get 20K likes today. That's perfect. Yeah. Mom of two, hello. I hope your two kids are well and happy. Okay, number one. I am okay. Answers are coming in. Kevin said, hello, Kevin. I hope I'm... Avril is one. Bubbles is one. Hello, Roxov241. Welcome back. Oh, a lot of you adopt me. And Avril is saying number one. So you're going for simple past tense. So let's try to break this up, yeah? So the first thing here says while, while, okay, this is Ben. So while John was playing, so this means to say this is past continuous. Why am I not using the right pens today? This is, okay, pen, but purple. This is past continuous. I tried to make my handwriting legible. And so while he was playing, why this was an ongoing activity, something happened in a definite point in the past. Since it's a definite point in the past, you are all correct. Yay! That is a number one. Perfect. Yay. Good job. We started off very strong. Ching Cheryl also said one. Thank you. Okay, let's move up a bit higher. Number two is something that I have thoroughly discussed with you before, and I even gave you a technique to remember the techniques. I can give you a clue on how to remember the techniques. So we shall try and see if you recalled it. Let's move on. Let's move on to number. Okay, Z is asking why not number four. Okay, because this thing here, I will add in the information here. The stealing happened, okay, at a definite point in the past. Definite point meaning it happened and it ended in that time in the past. Therefore, it should be simple past tense. Okay, moving on to number two, everyone. Let's go. Now, you see the big word if there. Big if. This one should give you a clue on what kind of question you are dealing with. I call this the letter C. Who can tell me what kind of question are you dealing with for number two? What? Nothing, I just want to use the bell. Okay, adopt me says conjunction. Okay, good try, adopt me. Conjunction is when you're dealing with words that combines phrases together. So if you want to say conjunction, right, that means to say your options would be but, so, and, like that. But for this case, I highlighted if because if usually when you use it, you're talking about conditions. And z is right, we are dealing with conditionals here. Now, so this one is so easy. If we're dealing with conditionals, one more question for all of you. How many types did I teach you last time? How many conditional types are there? Okay, the types, how many? 1, 2, 3. I gave you options. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Is it 1? Is it 2, 3, 4, or 5? Let me see if you remember how many types are there. Let me make it smaller so you can all see. How many conditional types, everyone? Now, okay, hello to those of you who just came in. Welcome, welcome. Hello. How many conditional types? My handwriting very funny one. Conditional types. Is it my phone? Hi, Irul Yatik Kalish. Oh my god, I'm very bad at reading names. Hi, Irul. Yeah. Okay. Now remember, everyone. There are, if you recall, there are 3 types of conditionals, and this one is conditional 1. This is conditional 1. Okay, if the weather permits, the children, so there's 2, right? There's an if statement, and then there's this statement right here. When this one is in present tense, what tense will this then be? Give me your answer for number 2. Number 2, show me your answers. Give it a guess. What is your answer for number 2, people? Let me see. Hello, Mata Air, who just joined. Welcome to you, my trusted friend. Alicia is saying 3, but she's not sure. I see. I fried nuggets said, how about 0 conditional? Cannot. Relin said number 2. I see. So we have 3, we have 2. Anyone else? People? Okay. Now, one of you got it correctly. And the person who got it correctly was... Vin said 8989. Hold on. Some people are still adding their answers. Vin said number 2. Okay. Okay, now we have 2 number 2s and 1 number 3. The correct answer is actually number 2. Will go. Yay! Good job, Vin and Relin. Now, Alicia, I will tell you why it's not number 3, yeah? Hi, primary or secondary? Hello, Monica, this is primary. Now, this is number 2. If it's present, then you will go with future tense here. And you usually, this is conditional type number 1. And this one, for you to remember conditional type number 1, I always tell my students to memorize this. If I can, who can guess how to complete this line? If I can, that means the if statement is present. The second statement is future. So therefore, the word is what? What's the word? Very good, Relin. I will. Correct. Well done. So conditional number 1, these are for conditions that are likely to happen. So if I sleep early, I will be feeling rested the following day. I will feel rested the following day. If I study for the exams, I will pass. So these are things that will likely to happen. So that's for conditional 1. Conditional 2 is if I could, I would. That's the moment you do past tense, and then you use would for the second statement. And Relin, for number 3, oh, I see the answers of everyone else. Thank you. For number 3, those are the things that are most likely regrets. If I had done this, I would have passed the exam. Something like that. Yeah? So, conditional 1, however, is very straightforward. Very easy, people. Very easy. Yeah? Let's move on to number 3. Commonly tested. Commonly tested question. So, I'm going to put a star here. I'm going to put a star. This is a very commonly tested question for grammar. So, type in your answers before I reveal it. If you have an explanation for your answer, I'd be happy to see if that is correct. Let us see. Teacher Jamies have gone through this before. I have also gone through this before, so hopefully you remember. It's a 3, we call this type of question 3-letter. It's a 3-letter acronym. Let me see if you recall. Serafi Shik says number 3. All right. Anyone else? Thank you for your response. We have one person answering number 3. Who else? What do you think is the answer? Vanilla says also number 3. It's snatched. I see. Who else? So now, hello, busy mom. Welcome back. Okay, one person says 1. Ozil05 says 3. Okay, there seems to be a mixture of 1 and 3. And to those of okay, K-pop is saying 1. I see. It's now 50-50. Is it 3 or is it 1? Interesting. So now let me reveal the answer to you. Then I need your help to remember. Make sure you remember the reason why it's number. I will not reveal it yet. I remember this so that every time you encounter the same question, you get it correctly. The answer is actually number 1. Yes, good job. It's snatch. Okay. Now, reason being is that look at this. Mr. saw the rubber. So we call this the V and V rule. Correct. This is the V and V rule. If you see this pattern right here, you see a verb and then you see a noun and then a verb. The second verb is always in what form? It's always in base form. Now, not all the time. I will tell you something today. So when you see V and V, most of the time when they use this type of grammar question for your grammar MCQ, they usually want you to use the base form of the verb. So Mrs. Tan saw the robber snatch an old lady's handbag before running away. So, however, if you notice saw here, saw, you know these things like you saw, you heard, you felt. These are what? These are perception. These are perception verbs. Perception, when you perceive something, you see it, you feel it, and you hear it. Perception verbs is always followed by, you have 2 choices. Either you do base form or you do ing, the present participle. So it will depend on the question now. So I saw the robber snatching the lady's handbag. You can say snatching if the context of the sentence was that it was still happening at the time of speaking. But of course, if it wasn't happening anymore, then you say, I saw the robber snatch, as in the base form, the lady's handbag. Okay? So most of the time, V and V, the second verb is always base form. But specifically for perception verbs like see, hear, and felt, see, hear, and feel, it could be base form or the ing, the present participle, depending on the context of the sentence. Sorry, and you didn't see the notes here. Base form or, hold on na, ing. Can do remember that? Do remember that? Can perception verbs. Alright, good job everyone. Hello Emma. Welcome. Okay, let's move on to number 4. Okay. This one is interesting because there's 3 things that you need to look out for in this question. 3 things. And you must look out for these 3 things for you to get the answer correctly. Otherwise, if you miss one of them, you get it wrong. Now, first, I want to hear out your answers. What do you think is the answer for number 4? Most of the students, except for Judy, blank going to watch the fireworks this weekend. Okay. Vanilla says are. I see. So you are, that means to say you are thinking it's plural and it's also in present tense. Adopt Me says are as well. You're also thinking you should be using plural and present tense. Anyone else, people? Ozil, I see. We have a unanimous decision from everyone. Oh, there's a poll. There's a poll. Okay, there's a poll. Let's see. There's a poll here. Am I pointing at the right? Okay, there's a poll here. You see the poll? You can choose you can choose your answers here also. Now, let's see. We have a majority of number 2. Are you correct? You are correct. Yay! Ding, 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 ding. You are correct, and you have to justify that for me, yeah? Vin, let's go through why it's number 2 instead of 3, Vin, yeah? So it's actually number 2. And I'll explain to you the 3 things that I told you should be looking out for. First question is it present or past, right? Because it is our was word. Which keywords there? Very good, Vanilla. You have this weekend, so it cannot be past tense. Therefore, we can cancel 4 and 3. Very good. So first things first, we are pretty clear that because of this keyword, it's not past tense. Okay? So we are left with is and are. So teacher, how do I know whether I'm looking at a singular subject or a plural subject? People, can you tell me what is the subject of this sentence that you should be looking for? Is it Judy? Is it students? Is it most of the students and Judy as well? Okay, Ozil is saying most of the students. You are. Ding, 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 ding. Correct. Yes. Remember, there are 2 commas here. It's kind of like a very important clue that the information in between is irrelevant. It's an additional info. This is an additional info, and therefore it's not your main subject. That's why I call this the there's a name that teacher Mitsuko calls this. This is the distractor. Don't get distracted by this. Okay, the distractor. So now you have figured out, okay, it's most of the students. But there's one last thing I want to highlight, because some of you are pretty much confused. Most of the students, teacher, when you use most of, is it singular or plural? There's a thing here that says most of. Does it make it singular or plural? Now, for most of, right, here's the rule I want to tell you. Most of, look at the actual noun it's using. If it's in singular form, then use singular. If it's in plural form, then use plural. And therefore, it has SS right here. You are all very good. You got it right. It's plural. So the answer is number 2. Well done. Good job. So, teacher, what do you mean to say? So, when you talk about most of, right? Look at this one. Most of his ideas are, let's say, silly. Cannot read now. Let me know if cannot read. So, most of his ideas are silly. So if you see here, I use are for ideas, because idea 1, idea 2, ideas 3, ideas can. However, if let's say, for example, you say, what if I use an uncountable noun? I say most of his money. Then of course, money is uncountable, you say is, right? Is spent on PC games, right? So when you have most of, don't fret, look at the noun, are they using countable or uncountable, then follow it. So in this case, it says students, it's plural, good job! Yay! Alright, halfway through, a number 5, people, a number 5. Let's read it through. Everyone, number 5, I think either Sue or her group members blanked the first aid kits the class monitor told his teacher. Now, let me hear your answers first. Please type in, is it number 1, 2, 3, or 4? Oh, once again, you're being tested with your subject-verb agreement and also with your tense. Type in your answer. I'm waiting. Hello, thank you for the line, teacher Jamie. Hey, hey, hey. What's your answer, people? I am waiting. Okay, MMR says number 4. MMR says number 4. Who else? Hello, Tianam Kwan. Okay, Ozil says 4 as well. So cute. I like the gift. It says Happy Friday. Thank you, Teacher Diamond. And okay, Ozil says number 4. Tianam Kwan says 4 as well. So we seem to have a consensus. Everyone thinks it's number 4. I see. Okay, first things first. How do you know it's supposed to be have instead of has? Vanilla says number 3, right? Okay, so I think either Sue or her group of friends. So firstly, we need to figure out if it's singular or plural. Should I be looking at Sue or should I be looking at group members? Now keep in mind, there's a name for this rule, people. You have either and or here. Okay, you have the BFFs. Either or, neither nor. When these two are used in the sentence, which subject should you be looking at for your subject-verb agreement? What's the rule here? Must I look at Sue or must I look at group members? Oh, so cute! Tianam Kwan said the rule, and I'm so touched that you remember the rule. Good job. It's the proximity rule, therefore you have to see the closest subject. It's group members. And so this one is in plural form. Therefore, we can already start canceling out. We can already start to cancel takes because takes is for singular. Has taken is also for singular. So we are left with 1 and 4. And so now this comes with the tense. I think either Sue or her group members blanked the first 8 kids. The class monitor told his teacher. Now, there is an important, hello Emma, welcome. Now, there is an important thing that is being specified in the context of this sentence. That means that the action already happened in the past, right? Because now the class monitor is reporting what happened to the teacher, right? He's reporting that something was already taken. Okay, so it already happened in the past. So obviously it cannot be number 1. Therefore, number 4. Those of you who answered number 4, good job. Well done. But I have an additional info that I would like to share with you. Can you please tell me, when you use has or have, you say have taken, has eaten, have gone to work. What tense are we talking about here, people? Can you please tell me what tense is this? Busy mom, thank you for your answer. You are right. So what tense are we exactly talking about here? She has run the course. Okay. I have lived in that cage. The bird has lived in that cage for 5 years now, like that. Okay, what tense are we exactly talking about? It's 3 words. Vanilla is saying past. Oh, 5K likes, thank you. Present perfect. Okay, Vanilla, good try. But for past, right, your biggest clue for when you think it's past is always going to be using past tense of the form of the verb there. Okay, in this case, it's using the past participle. So, someone got it correctly though. When do we use had taken and have taken? So, I have a question here. I will answer that. But first, you are right, Tianam Kwan. This is present perfect. Okay. Before I answer your question, MIJ_JT. Let me first give you a quick reminder on when to use present perfect tense. There's quite a few uses. Out of all, I can tell you, right, out of all the tenses, right, it's this one that's like a source of confusion for quite a lot of students. It's because it has so many usage. You cannot go and say, present tense. You use present tense when it's happening in the present. Very easy, right? Present perfect has so many usage. So let me, for now, I'll tell you the most common ones. I'm not going to tell you all because it's going to take us a very long time and it's going to overwhelm you. But let me tell you, for this question, one of the usages, if the action, okay, started, let me see if you can see it, started in the past, and has relevance to the present. What do I mean by this? So for example, I go and say, he has lost his keys. Of course, you can also say he lost his keys. But when you say he has lost his keys, it's probably in the context that you can say, now he cannot open the house. Right? So you say it because it happened in the past and is still relevant to the present, especially in the context of the conversation. That's one. Another basic use of present tense is when it's an ongoing action, okay? It's an ongoing action that started in the past. For example, I go and say, Yuki has played the piano since the age of 2. Wow, very smart kid. I'll play piano already. 2 years old. Yes. So that means it started in the past and it's ongoing until now. Okay. So that's another use of the present tense. I'll give you one last. Okay. There's more, but let me give you 3 for now. Okay. One last use of the present tense. Let's change the color to purple. Okay. I'm gonna do an arrow here. Another use is it's an uncompleted action that is expected to be finished, okay? It's uncompleted action that is expected to be finished. Usually this is usually used for negative one. For example, I go and say, the jury has not reached a verdict yet. Okay, so they haven't finished the action, but they started deliberating already. But you're expecting it to finish soon, right? The jury has not reached a verdict yet. Yeah. So there's some uses of the present perfect tense. The most common one being that it started in the past and is still ongoing until now. And another common one is that it's something that happened very recently. Have you eaten? Yes, I have eaten. Right? Something happened very recently. Can I? All right. Now, take it slowly. For me, when I was a bit younger, primary and even during secondary school, I really stress out with tenses because of present perfect, one of them. It has so many usage that it's very hard for me to remember. So take it slowly. I will give you more usage of present perfect tense as when we get more examples of it in the questions. So keep joining the line. All right. Number 6. Number 6 people. Ready? Welcome to all of you who just joined. Hello. All right. Number 6. Number 6. The man blank the police commended yesterday had rescued a drowning boy. Okay. This one is a very famous question that teacher Jamie's have taught you all time and again. Okay, she called this the hamburger rule. Is there a hamburger? Let's show the hamburger. Hello. Yeah, she called this the hamburger, and let's show the famous hamburger of teacher Jamie's. And someone wants to say hi. Hello. This is Ronnie wants to say hi. Okay, so teacher Jamie's called this the hamburger rule. Let me see if you guys remember. I'm just trying my best not to make it fun, huh? Now, answers are coming in. Hamburger. Okay, I was reading you kids. MIJ said 3. Chanel said 3 as well. So you're confident that you're using whom, huh? Okay, who else? Anyone else who wants to say whom, or do you have a different answer? Tian and Kwan also says number 3. Okay, because you're so confident with your answer, and I would suppose, hello, Cool Edit, hi, Emma Mar is also 3. You're all correct. But can you explain to me why teacher Jamie's calls this the hamburger rule? The mood suddenly changed, huh? Explain to me why teacher Jamie's calls this the hamburger rule. If you've been listening, because I don't want this to be, is it number 3 because it sounds correct. There is a way to get this correctly and repeat your success every single time if you remember what the rule is. Can you tell me? Okay, let me Emma Mar, you've been joining our live, huh? Tian Nam Kwan. Why whom? And I will not accept some correct answer.
Teacher Misako, can you say hi to the one in Facebook?
Facebook.
Her name is Agnes Alfinton.
Hello Agnes in Facebook. Thank you for watching our
answering.
live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's okay. Happy to have you in the live. Hello teacher Mitsuko. Hello. Welcome. Welcome back. Okay. Now no one is explaining the hamburger, huh? It's like, oh my god, teacher, I feel like I know. I remember what teacher Jamie's taught me. But you know, it's whom? Yes, adopt me. Adopt me. You are right. Always those question is whom? No lah. You cannot say it like that, huh? Adopt me. Sometimes they give you whom in the choices, but whom is not the correct answer. You are. Okay, sandwich between two nouns. I am so happy with your response, Yan Kwan. You've been such a very diligent and very attentive student in our live sessions. Good job. Very good, very good. And then another student here with that very cute, the name I cannot read because it's a very cute emoji name.
It's Ooh.
Ooh. You are right. So the hamburger is here, the man and the police, okay? That means like this, huh? This is like this. It's sandwiched between two bodyguards. I call this a bodyguard rule also, but also hamburger, okay? Noun or pronoun, blank noun or pronoun. Then you have number 3. Very good. Why scary one? Correct. Thank you. Okay. Number 7, people. Number 7. Emma, is this P5 or P6? Emma, this is for you. It's P5. Now, number 7, everyone. Moving on. Moving on. The basketball school team witnessed blank improvement in their teamwork after their coach had given them a pep talk. So the coach, they were all very very downhearted, and it's okay. All your hard work and effort will pay off. You prepared for this, So the coach was saying that, and so they were so encouraged when I move a lot. They were so encouraged when coach did that to them, and so what happened? Yeah. I have to pay attention. Yes, Emma, you should. So, is that good or bad? Oh, you're asking, put in good question. A pep talk is like an encouragement, yeah? A pep talk is like an encouragement. So knowing that the coach gave them an encouragement, so we're going for something positive, right? Therefore, we can already cancel which answers. Hello? Okay, a lot of you are saying fall. Okay, so because a pep talk is something positive, then we can expect that there is improvement. It did not go down, it went up, right? So very good, ooh. Now we call you. Okay, you have to blame Yuki for that, not me. So we can cancel 1, and we can cancel 2. So now basically with this kind of analyzation, you should already know many and much. Okay, now we're left with the question whether improvement is something that's countable or uncountable. Tell me, type C if it's countable, type U if it's uncountable. Is the word improvement countable or uncountable? Because that will help you figure out if it's number 3 or 4. It's because you use many for countable ones. And you use much for uncountable. Oh my god, Emma Mar, busy mom. Emma, seraphic chic. Oh, very good. Well done. Improvement is uncountable. Therefore, the answer is... Ding! Good job! It's number 4. Yay! Well done. Well done. Okay, number 8. Good job, people. Oh, we're dealing with may, shall, must, should. You blank lose your valuables unless you keep them in the locker. Mother advised Cody. All right, answers, please. Answers, please. Emma was quick. Emma said number 1. Who else? Who else? Give me your answers. Okay, we have another number 1. Thank you for joining. Denial. It's so cute. Raphael. I'm just going to call you Raphael. Adopt Me says 1. Very good. We have a consensus and you are all Correct. It's number 1. Keep in mind, what's the use for may, right? What's the use for may? May, you normally use this for when you're talking about a possibility that your mother is saying that there's a possibility you will lose it if you don't put it in your locker, right? Or you also use may for say, may I go to the toilet, right? So it's a formal way of asking for permission. Keep that in mind, okay? And of course, shall cannot be, because shall is more on requirement. And of course, if you talk about future, I shall return, like that. Okay, so that's future. Future action. And then must cannot, because must is like, you must, it's very necessary. There's a necessity to it. There's a necessity. And like it's an obligation. Should, of course, is like an advice. You're given an advice, like that, okay, or a recommendation. But, so that means to say the best one for this case is number 1, may. Yay! Good job, everyone. All right. When I say I can go, teacher says you can go, but you may not. Yes, Emma. Yeah, I know, because I know we are also used to using the word can, right? Can I go to the toilet? But a lot of, remember the usage of can is your ability to do it. Of course you can, but it's a teacher giving you the permission, right? They're trying to be sarcastic. Okay, now number 9, everyone. Number 9. This is so easy because this is the BFF question. Best friends forever. If you can find the 2 best friends in this question, good job. Type in. This is a best friends forever question. What 2 words are best friends that they go together all the time? Think about it. Everyone should learn to differentiate blank facts and fake news, as there are many sources for online news nowadays. I see. So Raphael is saying between. Am I saying what? Don't worry, Emma will go through it. Pudding is for. Seraphic Chic is for as well. Yasmin is for. Hello, Yasmin. All right. So you are all saying for, and very good, Amma. Very good. You've given me the best friends of the answer as well. You are correct, people. It's number 4. So between is the best friend of ding 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 and okay. Let's put a heart here. Let's put a heart. They're best friends. They're always together. Okay, between and okay. Between what I usually tell my students to remember this, I tell them to memorize between this and that. It's always between this and that. Okay? Okay, good job. Later I'm gonna test you again. What are all the other BFFs? Be ready. Okay, number 10. Dun, dun, dun. Last question for the grammar MCQ. Let's go and end strong for this section. Dave and Tom can get along very well with each other. Blank, they have many differences in their interests. So you see the 2 phrases here, they're contrasting. Contrasting in a sense that they get, why is it blue? Blue can read. They get along well with each other. This one is, this is nice, this is positive, wow. But then they have differences, They have differences, okay? So this one doesn't really match with the first sentence. So we need a conjunction. Now this is the conjunction. Yeah, those of you who answered conjunction earlier, this is the conjunction question. So we need a conjunction that puts together 2 contrasting ideas. So Pudding, Raphael, Emma, okay, you're all saying number 3. This is pretty much straightforward. Very good. The answer is number 3. Yay! Good job. Good job. Emma Mar also says number 3. Do remember the uses of the other options, yeah? So because, of course, you're giving a reason. So can also be giving a reason. Or it can also give a consequence of a result or of something. And keep in mind, since can be a reason. So, no. So cannot. The other one, consequence or result. The other one that's also sometimes functions like because. Also give a reason here or a cause. All right. So be mindful, practice your conjunctions so you use the right one when combining phrases. All right. Good job. We're moving on to a section that will test your vocabulary skills. Moving on to right, good job. Now, while we are in between, okay, keep in mind, remember to those of you who are interested to join us this coming July, whether you're a Right as a Word student or not, you can join our O-Level Oral Boot Camp. It doesn't show the whole screen, no? Our O-Level Oral Boot Camp, open to all our O-Level students. Do one more revision for your before your O-Level oral examinations. So happy to do this and open this to everyone. Check our link in the bio to check the program and sign up. All right, everyone. And number one, due to the Formula One race, traffic in the city area had to be blank. If you've been joining our live in the previous sessions, this word that I'm about to say is actually a word that Teacher Jamie's already taught previously. Okay, so I have answers here. Nomad. Hello, Nomad. Nomad says number one. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Those of you who just came in, please remember to follow us if you haven't yet. Daniel Raphael is saying number one as well. I see. Very good. Especially in the context of traffic, and when you are redirecting the traffic, you always use the word diverted. Good job. Okay, Emma, in the context like this, right? So there was a race, so they need to direct the traffic to a different area. So when you talk about redirecting, right, traffic, the word is always diverted. Of course, perhaps in this context, you can force yourself to use adjusted here. However, adjusted normally for very minor changes, and it doesn't really talk about redirecting. So there was a change, but what change? Did they all stop all the cars from running? Did they close it totally, or did they ask them to redirect? So it doesn't talk about redirecting the traffic. They only talk about the general change. So adjusted cannot. Now, how about interrupted? You actually stop it, right? You stop the continuous progress of something. Continuous progress. Once again, context-wise, it doesn't talk about the redirection. It doesn't convey. And of course, intercepted, you obstruct. You obstruct. Or interrupt. But intercept, right? You always use it for what context? Use it for like technology, okay? The signal was intercepted, like that. Or you can also talk about this for like sports. They intercepted the ball, like that. Okay, so kind of like sports, or also tech, context. Or you can also say, for example, for the crime. Okay, the operation was intercepted before the boat managed to leave the dock, like that. Okay, for crime also can. Yeah, but not for the context of traffic. Like for this case, for example. The more appropriate word is diverted. Good job, people. Matrix. I was just explaining this just now, matrix. Adjusted may be suitable, but not very specific. It's because they did adjust things in the traffic, but the word does not convey that they redirected it specifically. When you say they did adjustments to the traffic, it could be that they stopped all the cars. It could be that they redirected the cars to a different path. It could be that they just asked them to turn back. So the adjustment doesn't really specify what actions were asked of the drivers or the motorists, right? However, diverted meant an actual specific redirection of the traffic. And that's therefore why we cannot use adjust. Okay? All right. Now, moving on. Number 12, tsunami. Okay, let's talk about natural disaster.
Oh my God!
Yes. Now, the tsunami left behind a trail of blank in the village, as many homes were reduced to rubble. What did it leave behind? Nomad says 4. User 8600916051379 says destruction. Ooh, Emma Ma, okay. We seem to be all very confident because the answers came in very quickly. You are all correct. Good job, okay. It's number 4, distraction, okay. Now let's talk about wastage. Why wastage? What left a trail of wastage? Now wastage is like the amount of, okay, the amount, it's the amount of something wasted. You're not basically talking about, it doesn't talk about it doesn't describe the damage that was left behind by the tsunami, okay? Fragments are small parts, right? Small parts broken off from a whole, right? From a whole. Now you may say, teacher Mitsuko, then like maybe the tsunami left fragments, because some of the holes have been broken into fragments. But once again, it does not capture the overall devastation of the context. Yeah? And the word that really cannot be used here is demolition. Why demolition? Because demolition is the act of destroying, but deliberately. Okay? Deliberately. That's why, for example, the government demolished their house, for example. So it's something that's on purpose, and it's something done in a very controlled manner. So demolition is destroying, but in a very deliberate way. Deliberately. In a very controlled way. So you cannot use demolition for the context of a natural disaster, because it's not like the natural disaster is controlling the devastation it wants to do. Yeah, so this word cannot be used for this context, especially for natural disaster. So therefore, you are all right. The answer is number 4, distraction. Destruction, not distraction. Destruction. Okay, moving on to number 13. Okay, let's see. This one is also quite easy. Oh, vocab today is quite easy, We had a memorable blank at the school camp. Our tent collapsed in the rain and we had fun scrambling to find shelter. Answers, please. So user 86609, experience. Nomad also says experience. Okay, 4 for Raphael. Oh my God. You're all sure with number 4? Because you're all correct. All right, good job. So quite a few of the other words here are pretty much related. They're a bit related, but they're not the most appropriate answer. Okay, very good job, everyone. So when you do a recount, right? When you recount something, so very good. The answer is number 4. When you recount something, that means you what? You describe how something happened. So, for example, you can say Jason recounted what happened during the accident in the morning. Okay, so when you recount something, you actually kind of like describe how something happened. Okay, now teacher, it says there the tent collapsed in the rain and they had fun scrambling in the shelter. Why can't we use anecdote? Anecdote means that it's a short amusing or interesting story. Interesting story. The thing is, anecdote is close to it. You can perhaps use it, but contextually, it's not the most appropriate word because you usually use anecdote when you focus on the storytelling rather than the event itself. But you want to focus on the event itself. So the answer is experience. Good job. Okay, next number. Oh, child. Oh, my God. Okay, number 14. Very good. I'm not close enough, but I'm getting there. Number 14. Number 14. Okay, sorry. You don't see it, no? You don't see the whole thing, right? Okay, number 14. The young athlete was found guilty of drug abuse and was blank of his gold medal. What do you think is the answer, people? Okay, answer please, Emma. What do you mean, Emma, remember? You were answering my previous question. Alright, give me your answers. Is it waived? So the young athlete did something wrong. And so he was blank of his gold medal. Nomad says 3. He changed his mind to number 2. Emma Mar says number 3. Okay, so let me see. Oh my God. Why Emma Mar also changed your mind? Okay, Raphael says number 3. Don't tell me, Raphael, you also changed your mind to number 2, Okay, Meows, thank you for joining. Remember to follow us, like and share if you haven't. Okay. Now, so we have a mixture of 3 and 2. Are you guys sure? 3 and 2. 3 and 2. Okay, so first off, he did something wrong. So we're kind of like looking for a word where something was officially taken away from you. Okay, it was revoked. This word you use especially when you talk about honor, award, or title. Okay, now, Sarah Fishik, can you give me a guess for your answer? Give it a guess before I reveal the right one. Hello, Cheeky Nails. Welcome to the live. Okay. 5 more seconds. 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. The answer is number 2. Now, okay. The answer is number 2. Now, waved. Okay, let's because a lot of you were confused between 2 and 3, right? So when you're stripped off of something, right? When you're stripped off something, it's like it's officially taken away from you. Okay, officially take away. Let me transfer the answer here. You officially take away or revoke something. And normally, this is used for the context of title. When a title is taken away from you, or award, which is in this case an award or an honor. Okay, so you're stripped off your role as a class monitor, for example, because you misbehaved and you didn't lead the class like that. Okay, so always when we talk about this context, for this context, oh no, I'm pointing at the wrong side. For this context, title, award, and honor, you always say stripped off. Okay. Now you were confused with the word declined. Of course, declined is you refuse or reject. So the athlete did not refuse or reject. They did not really refuse. The organizers did not really reject his gold medal. None of them rejected anything. They just took away something from the athlete. So the word is still stripped off. Okay. Dispose cannot, because when you dispose something, you throw it away. Okay. And when you waive something, you actually voluntarily give up something. Okay. I'm doing it now, Seraphi. When you waive something, you voluntarily give up something. That's why you go and say waiver. You see, sometimes they ask for waiver. They ask you to sign a waiver like that. You give it up. It's like a sign. It's like a statement that you give up something or you agree to something like that. Okay. Now, good job, everyone. And number 15, phrasal verbs. Yay! Phrasal verbs. Type in your answers. Sam and Jody blanked with each other during their discussion because they had a disagreement. Phrasal verbs. Give it a try. Let's see if you get it correctly. Meows says 2. Nomad also says 2. What do you think happened to both of them then? If you're saying it's 2, what happened to them? What does it mean when you fall out? Does it mean I fell? What exactly does it mean? I just saw myself 2 seconds after I did it. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Any more answers? Disagreement. I see Nomad. Thank you. Those of you who just joined, hello, followers. Okay, Raphael also says 2. Okay. Now, you are all correct. Yay! Sorry, I didn't wait for that. Okay, so MMR, Sarah Fishy, yeah, very good. It's number 2. So when you fall out of something, you have a disagreement, okay? To have an argument, or actually disagreement to a point that it ends a relationship. They had a falling out. That's why they say, right? They had a falling out. So agreement, an argument or disagreement. Okay, I put the answer here. Okay, Argument or disagreement that ends a relationship. Disagreement that ends a relationship. So sad. Okay? So when you're getting by, what does it mean? It's okay, I'm getting by. When you're getting by, you're managing, yeah. Not an easy situation, but you're managing. Okay, I'm getting by with a one piece of bread they gave me for the whole week, like that. Okay, if you took on something, that means you decided to accept a responsibility. Okay, accept a responsibility. So you can say Gio took on the project on her own, like that. Okay, and if you pull through, oh my God, don't worry, you will pull through. That means you're gonna succeed. Okay, you succeed. But obviously these two people in number 15, Sam and Jody, is not pulling through. They're falling apart, so they fell out. Okay, good job everyone for vocab. Was it easy today? I suppose the set today was easy, right? Well done. Let's see if the vocab close is actually as easy as this one. Okay. Ton, ton, ton. Actually, this passage is actually very interesting. Okay, but let's go through number by number. Okay, be strong, be strong. Now, let's read together. I'm gonna highlight as I go so that you know where I'm reading. Yeah, go through with me. Okay, walking down the street at. Do I say Ava or Ava? Okay. I'm going to say Ava. I'm going to say Ava. Okay. Now, Ava saw that many people were too busy to look up. Why were they so busy looking down? They were fixated on their mobile phones. Dun, dun, dun. Very good. This is what happens to all of us, correct? At the moment, you're all in TikTok live, fixated on your phones. You didn't tell me that. So she was walking down the streets and then she looked at everyone. Everyone was just like this. So the key word, okay, keep in mind we're looking at words synonymous with fixated on. Okay, fixated on their mobile phones. These are your options. Dun, dun, dun. Give it a try. Fixated on. Okay, I'm going to write it here. Everyone was fixated on their phones. What is the answer? Nomad says engrossed. Number 3. But MMR says immersed. We have. Is it engrossed or immersed? Oh my God. Okay. 3, 2, or 3, 3. We have more 3s now. MMR changed his mind. Raphael says number 3. I see. So they were fixated on their mobile phones. I put wrongly. I see MMR. I understand you. However, I do have some students who may be actually confusing it between immersed in and engrossed in. They seem to be almost the same kind of words. But for this case, if everyone she's looking at are also busy and their attention is really, when you are focusing on just one thing and you don't really, everything else doesn't matter around you, that's a term for engrossed in. Good job, it's number 4, not number 3. It's number 3. Well done. So you're very giving all your attention, your all attention is just directed to one thing, that's engrossed, okay? Now why not immersed in? Because immersed in, when you're immersed in something, you're also completely involved in it, right? So why not immersed, okay? I think the main difference is when you're immersed in, it also involves the environments. I'm so immersed, so it's both the subject and the environment you are in. That's why you're immersed. But for engrossed in, it basically very straightforwardly talks about you, the person's attention directed to just one thing. So it should be engrossed in. Good job! I don't know what to focus on the most, English or math. Try your best to manage your time such that you're focusing on both. Okay? Where is the... Okay, hello watcher. You may as well know the name of teacher Jaime's. We use cute what? We use cute adjectives, you. Watcher. Okay. You're looking for cute teacher. On Fridays is teacher Mitsuko, but don't worry, Mondays to Thursdays is teacher Jamie's. Yeah. Now, moving on to the next part. Okay, very interestingly, so Ava looked around her, and then everyone seems to be really just engrossed in their phones. Okay? Ava, let's continue reading, people. Ava decided she had to do something about this. She looked around and saw a lady sitting on a bench scrolling on her phone. So she said, oh my God, why is everyone so engrossed in their phones? They don't pay attention to their environments. I need to do something about this. So she saw a lady on the bench. She walked over to that lady before plucking up the courage to ask her a question. She plucked up the courage to ask her a question. Okay, I like this line, by the way. You pluck up your courage. I usually teach my students to use this line for their composition or their essay. So when trying to, when you're trying to gather, your courage, the term that you can say is pluck up. MMR, before even showing him the answer, he's suggesting a word mustering. Let's see if that's even one of the choices. Okay, let's see everyone if MMR has given a word as one of the choices. Let's move down. It is there! What? But now the question is he right? Is MMR right? Nomad is also saying mustering. When you muster your courage, do you muster your courage? Do you pluck up your courage? Does it mean to say that when you muster your courage, you're trying to gather, you're summoning your courage? You are... Dun, 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 dun. You're right. Very good. It's number 4. When you muster your courage, you're trying to gather or like summon. Okay. You summon your... normally, this is used for the context of courage. Also for strength. You use this for the context of strength. It's a collocation. It's a normal line. You say, I plucked up my courage, took a deep breath, and then dived right into the water. Okay. Or I mustered the courage. I mustered every ounce of courage in my heart and then went up to her to talk to her. So, you muster, you gather. Cannot collect, huh? Collecting, you collect, you gather, you assemble things. Clutch, when you're clutching your purse, right? Usually you clutch your purse. That means you grasp or hold it tightly. Huh? So normally you clutch, okay? You seize something, seize the day, okay? Or when you seize something, you take something forcibly or suddenly, okay? She didn't take something, she was just gathering her courage, okay? So the right word is a muster. Very good. So you remember Ava went up to the lady and then asked her something. Let's see what she said to the lady. What do you call a Labrador that can do magic? Oh my gosh, she's about to say a joke. Okay. What do you call a Labrador who can do magic? Ava waited in anticipation for her answer. Our next word here is anticipation. Anticipation. She waited in anticipation. She asked for a question because she's about to say a joke. And so she's waiting for the lady to respond. Okay, let's see. Anticipation. When you waited in anticipation, you are looking for what synonymous word? Waited in anticipation. Waited in anticipation. User 86609 is saying number 3. Do you all agree? Nomad is saying number 2, however. Now, who else? Okay, we have 2 different answers. So remember, Ava was walking, everyone was engrossing their phones. Then she saw a lady, she went up to her, gathered her courage. Oh my God, I'm going to say this, I'm going to do this. So she did it. What do you call a Labrador who can do magic? Okay. Who else, people? What is your answer for number 18 when you say you waited in anticipation? Especially, you have to talk about the context. Somebody wants to say hi. Do you see that head? Hello, Ronnie. Ronnie wants to say hi. Okay. Anyone else? Where is Rocksoft 2 for 1 not here, huh? Where are you? Where are you? Okay. Oh, it's Mozzie is here. Hello, it's Mozzie. Welcome, welcome. Okay, give me the answer for number 18. Since you are here now. The line says she waited in anticipation for the lady's response because she just gave a joke. And that's the question. Okay. It's number 2. Okay. Now, let me reveal the correct answer. For this case, the answer is actually... It's number 3. She waited it's very good MMR. She waited in expectation, okay? Why? For this context, right? Remember, she doesn't know the lady, okay? And so she took a risk coming up to her and asking her something. So more than being enthusiastic about it, she was actually expecting for something to happen at least, okay? You expected, okay, the belief that something will happen. So it was more of her hoping that there will be a response more than having this intense joy, okay? So enthusiasm, remember, is a positive feeling, okay? It's a positive feeling, and it does not convey the fact that there is waiting involved. State of waiting is not conveyed in the word enthusiasm. But in the case of Ava, she was waiting for a response, right? So the word here should be expectation instead of enthusiasm. Okay, okay, okay. Now, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so the lady looked up at Ava and said, I don't know. I'm curious to know the answer. Okay, so now here comes the punchline, huh? What do you call a Labrador that can do magic? Ava was pleased that she was able to get the lady's attention. You see, right? She was waiting to at least get the lady to respond. So she was waiting in anticipation. She was waiting in expectation. Okay? A labracadabra. The answer is a labracadabra door. Yay! What a funny joke. Oh my God. Okay, we're already done reading this. The answer to the joke is a labracadabra door. Okay. She grinned and waited to see the lady's response. Pay attention to the line. You think this will be easy, but you have to pay attention to the contextual clue. She said, a labracadabra door. And then she looked at the lady, waiting to see her response. Pay attention. It says waited to see the lady's response. Okay, pay attention. I am giving you keywords that you should be paying attention to get the right word. She waited to see the lady's response to the punchline. What do you think is the answer? Here are your options. Remember, huh? She waited to see the lady's response. Okay, now I'm starting to see some answers. Answers, please. She waited to see the lady's response. What do you think is the answer? MMR is saying number 2. Huh? Answers. Nomad is saying number 3. She waited to see the lady's reaction. Mozzie is saying number 3 as well. Who else? Okay, we seem to... MMR is saying number 2. She waited to see her gesture. Okay, who else? Okay. Okay, number 3. So we seem to have a consensus. A lot of you say number 3. This answer is actually correct. Yay! Hello, Gerald. You are right, Gerald. So now, while response and reply, for example, are very synonymous, we are, if you remember, it says waited to see. So she's not really more like anticipating the verbal response, which reply is actually verbal. She's more of seeing how her facial expression will change, whether would she be smiling with a joke, would she frown with a joke. So to see, meaning we're going for something non-verbal. That's why reaction, because reaction talks about the immediate, okay, Reaction talks about immediate response, okay? And most likely for both verbal and non-verbal. So reaction is the best word. Now, why can't it be gesture? So gesture basically just talk about specific movement, okay? So what I'm doing when I'm teaching is I'm doing this, right? I'm gesturing, like, or say, hey, come over. This is a gesture. However, Ava was specifically waiting to see the lady's reaction. That means she wants to see how her facial expression is like. That's not a gesture. Facial expression changes are not gestures. Gesture is like actually specific movements. So it cannot be. Of course, very funny, feedback cannot, because feedback is like provide information and opinion, like that cannot. We need an immediate response, which only the word reaction is the best one that's suited for this context. Good job. Most of you said number 3. Well done. Okay. We are now the very last number of vocabulary close. Yay! Okay, let's see how the lady responded to the joke, everyone. Let's move on. She grinned and waited to see the old lady's response to the punchline. There was a glint in the lady's eyes as she smiled. Ava knew she had to keep going. She cracked another joke. Laughter echoed around them as the lady dropped her phone and clutched her tummy. Ava could not help laughing with her. So now the line is, people, laughter echoed around them, with the word echoed underlined. Okay. You all said number 1. I haven't even showed you the answer, Mama. Laughter echoed. Okay, laughter echoed. Okay, I'm gonna write it down here. Laughter echoed. Echoed around them. What do you think? MMR Nomad 1, MMR 1. Who else? Do you all think echoed should be resonated? Are you all sure? Let us say, people. It's Mosey. Can I say 4? You are free to say 4, but you are free to say 4. I will tell you the right answer. It's Mosey. Okay, no judgment of your responses here. Safe space for you to say the answer that you think is right. Okay. Hello, Krishi. Welcome to the live. Please remember to follow us, or you can join us and learn together with me. Okay. Now, okay. The correct answer is. Do we have that sound effect? I mean, that's too long though. It's not good for sound effects. You are all right. The answer is number 1. When something resonates, especially for sound, okay, produce, or increase, or fill with sound. Fill with sound by vibrating. So, especially for laughter, right? The laughter echoed, the laughter resonated, the laughter reverberated. Okay, those are the usual words to use. Okay, roared. Okay, it's Mosey. Cannot have like feeling something to the laughter. Though I feel resonated is like they feel something to the laughter. Okay, roared, because roared normally is very loud, right, and powerful voice. Usually normally say it for very loud environments. So like, get out of here, she roared, like that. Okay, or normally for animals also. Okay, for animals. Right? Rumble is more like a very low continuous sound, so you don't really use it for it, but you say rumble is low continuous sound. So rumble is like the thunder. Okay, you know when the thunder is upcoming. That's the word for it. Or machinery. Machinery can also be used for rumble, so cannot be for echo, the laughter echoing. All right. Good job, everyone, for acing your vocabulary. Good job. Well done. Okay. Now, for the remaining time, I want to go through very quickly with you S&T, and let's see how strong you are today. Flex your fingers and see if you can help me very quickly of S&T. And let's see how good you are with this one. Quick. Come on. Number 1 is very easy. Very easy. This is another BFF, huh? Last section for today. Let's go. Oh, help, I did this yesterday or something. Yes, it's Mosey. I expect you to know the answer for all of this. Yes, I did this the other day. I think you were around when I did this. Because the other day I went through booklet P. My sister prefers swimming to watching television. I am very, very, very impressed. My sister prefers swimming than watching television. Nomad. Remember the BFFs, yeah? Would rather is always partnered by than. So these two, BFF. Therefore, prefers have a different BFF, Nomad. Keep in mind. Okay, it's Mosey. Who's the partner of prefers? The partner of prefers is two. Okay, two. So these two are the BFF also. Okay, so be careful with that. Yeah, so this is one of those things that they test you. And of course, if you use would rather, you use the base form of the verb, swim, and then watch. But for prefer, you go for the ing form. So prefers swimming to watching television. Well done! Good job! Pickle! Good job, Pickle! You got the right answer. This one. So remember the BFFs. Would rather than, prefer to. Alright, Nomads. Alright, number 67, everyone. Oh, this one is very easy. Jack did not run across the road as he feared for his safety. Type in your answer, please. Hello, April. Thank you for joining. We're in the last section. If you want to join and answer this S&T questions, feel free to do so. Okay. Everyone. Fearing what? Okay, let's change the code for this one. Fearing for his safety, Jack did not run across the road. Fearing for his safety, Jack did not run across the road. I am fully impressed. Good job. Okay. Fearing for his safety, Jack did not run across the road. Amma, you are right. Yay! Well done. This one is easy. You breeze through it very quickly. Good job. I do like the next one though, because the next one is a commonly tested question for S&T most especially. So I need you to look through it and properly give me the answer. This one though is an easy version. This is a very easy version of direct speech to reported speech. Okay. This is direct to reported. Okay, can you give it a try? Okay. We were surprised to hear the fire alarm, said the students. So remember, normally we change TP, right? We change the tense, the pronoun, we change the time, and then we change the place. For this case, we only have the tense and the pronoun. Let me see if you're able to change it correctly. The students said that they had been surprised to hear the fire alarm. The honored one said they were surprised to hear the fire alarm. Okay. User said the students said that they were surprised to hear the fire alarm. The students said, okay. Nomad. The honored one. User 8609. You all missed out the proper change in the tense. So keep in mind, it says were surprised. Were, right? Okay. Now, what's the rule for direct speech to reported speech? It's Mozzie. What rule did I tell you on how to change the tense of direct speech to reported speech? I told you a specific rule last time. What was that rule on how to change the tense? Do you recall? So remember, were is what? Were is past. What do you do when it's past tense? When it's past, you go what? Go, remember? Go one tense backward. Very good, the honored one. That means past becomes past perfect. And when you do past perfect, that's when you use had. So it's pretty much easy. Go 1/10 backward. If it's present, go past. If it's past, go past perfect. The one with the had. If it's past perfect, stay in past perfect. There's an exception to this rule. If it's a universal truth, don't change the tense at all. Otherwise, do it like that. Therefore, where surprised becomes, the student said that they, then you're going to say had been surprised. Okay, good job. That they had been surprised to hear the fire alarm. Okay, keep in mind for direct speech to reported speech. Direct speech to reported speech, there's 4 things to change. Sorry, Cappy. There's 4 things to change. You're lucky for this question. They only had to change pronouns and tense. But sometimes they give you a very long direct speech. You need to change the time, the tense, the place, the proximity, or the tense, right? But for the tense will always be there. So you have to know the rule. Remember to move 1 tense backward. Okay? I know, user, it sounds a bit odd, but it's the right sentence. That's why don't play it by ear when you talk about grammar. Because some of them that are right will never even sound correct sometimes. Yeah? Right. Number 69. This one is active speech, active to passive voice. Give it a try, people. Give it a try. The police have rounded up the suspect. Okay. Now we change it to the suspect as the actual subject. Give it a try. Active to passive voice. This is a very short sentence, so flex your fingers and try to type in the answer. Let's go. Let's go. The suspect has been rounded up by the police. I see it's Mozzie. Let's see if you're right. Remember, there's a bit of a challenge here for the tense, right? How the tense is adjusting. MMR, the suspect has been rounded up. You have the same answer as it's Mozzie. Do you have one more? Do you have one more answer right there before I proceed to give you the right one? Or before I proceed to see if you've got the right answer? Ronnie is waiting. Ronnie is waiting. Okay, now it's Mosey and MMR. Are you right? You are correct. Yay! The suspect has been rounded up by the police. Yay! Okay, the rule I always tell you, remember it's Mosey, I discussed the steps to do this. Find the verb, okay? Find the verb, change it to past participle, okay? Rounded up, the past participle of rounded up is also rounded up, so past participle. Then you number 2, you add your to be verb. But which to be verb do you use? Is it was, were, has been, have been? You look at the tense of the original verb, use it for your to be verb. All right? Okay, well done. Now, last number, everyone. Stay strong. It's Mosey. I expect you to get all of this correctly. Yeah, I'm happy so far that you've remembered the lesson and you got them all correctly. So end this with a perfect score. Mama, let's go. Cindy was relieved that her flight had not been delayed. This one requires a change in word form. Change in word form. Type in your answers. Last question for the day. Be strong. Be strong. Help, I forget this. Give it a try. Give it a try. Sponsor, give it a try. Okay. What? Soon enough, I'll be able to give my own sound effects. Much to Cindy's relief, her flight was not delayed. It's Mosey, huh? I tell you something, huh? You did the same thing that you did the other day, huh? You did exactly the same thing that you did the other day. You change the tense when it does not have to be changed. Okay, you try though. I'm proud of you. You have learned And you see, right, it's only with repetition that you really get to lock in some of the things that you have learned, okay? MMR, much to Cindy's relief, her flight had not been delayed. Good job! You got it right. Help, public shaming. It's Mosey. It's not public shaming. We are here together in a safe space. So, feel free to give in the wrong answers because we are here to correct it. I'd rather you get it wrong now than you get it wrong, you know, in other spaces where people are very harsh, okay? Teacher Mitsuko is not going to pounce on you if you give me the wrong answer, okay? It's Mosey. You are still loved by the Righteous at Work team, okay? Okay. Good job though. You've got the 4 answer. That means if you were given the points for S&T, you got 8 upon 10. Yay! Don't complicate it. Don't change the things that don't need to be changed. But so, very good. Much to Cindy's relief. Her flight had not been delayed. And that ends our S&T section. Yay! Bang, bang, bang. Okay. Very happy to see you guys today. One last announcement to all of you. Keep in mind, we will have an O-level oral boot camp in July. So to our Sec 3 and Sec 4 students, you are welcome to join us here in Righteous at Work for one final boost of your oral revisions before you face your O-level oral examiners. It's gonna run, we're gonna be running 4 very commonly tested oral topics. People, keep in mind. And of course, if you sign up for all 4 lessons, you get this one. I really love this bonus. You sign up for all 4 lessons, you get one extra free essay revision lesson. You get to revise the most important things you should remember when writing an essay. Plus, you get to have some essays from Writers at Work as well. Okay, Sunday I got lesson. Adopt Me is Sunday. Adopt Me, don't worry. We have so many lessons coming throughout the week. Therefore, you can choose which day and timing is best suited for you. Yeah. So there are a lot of schedules available for this bootcamp. And if you are interested, there's a QR code here, or you can click the link on our link in the bio so that you can check it out. All right, join us. Hope to see you all soon. This is open to all Righteous at Work and non-Righteous at Work students. We have prepared this for you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining Teacher Mitsuko today, for your participation. I like the outro. Bye-bye. Okay.